Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Mayor's Update. As always, we have a lot of important information to share with you, so please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, relatives, and anyone else you think might find this information over the course of the week. And if you couldn't guess when we're filming this, happy Halloween also as well, even though I know it's going to be after Halloween by the time the video gets published tomorrow on Friday. A couple different things in this week's update. We're going to go through a couple of things that are happening around the city, and then we're actually, for those of you who are watching this on GETV's cable station, at the end of this video update, we're going to have two ceremonies that you can see that happened this past week. The first one was a grant announcement that we got for $3.5 million for the Rear Main Street Revitalization Project. And the second one is the official groundbreaking ceremony for the new water transmission main. A lot of the information on those projects is going to be in those ceremonies. One, we had them filmed, and two, all of the information was talked about at those, so rather than me reiterate all of that again here in this update, we'll just take you back to when that happened there. If you're watching this online or on YouTube, those videos are available on the city's YouTube page. Just a couple of videos that way. If you're looking at the list, I hope it's that way at least. Obviously, I'm in my office filming, but you know what I mean by that. You can find those videos on the website for a grant announcement and groundbreaking ceremony. You'll see those pop up right there. But back to stuff that's happened this week and stuff coming up. First of all, remember that this weekend is daylight savings time here in Gardner. We are falling back. It's that time of year again. So remember to change your clocks, but also remember to check your batteries in your smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. The Gardner Fire Department issues that reminder that every time you change your clocks, it's always the time to change the batteries in those detectors to make sure that they are staying functional as they need to be until the next time we change the clocks. So remember that as we approach the upcoming daylight savings time clock change that we have. As a reminder, this coming Tuesday, November 5th, is Election Day in the United States, not just us here in Gardner or in Massachusetts. The federal and state election will take place at the 5 different polling locations that we have around the city. You can find out what your polling location is by contacting the city clerk's office here at Gardner City Hall in room 121. Or checking your voter registration status online on the Massachusetts Secretary of State's website. If you live in Ward 1 in either precincts A or B, you vote at the Gardner Lodge of Elks over on Park Street near Monument Park. If you live in Ward 2, your polling location is the Levi Haywood Memorial Library located at the intersection of West Line Street and Derby Drive / Remain Street. That, again, is for anyone who's in Ward 2, A or B. If you live in Ward 3, A or B, you vote here at Gardner City Hall in our auditorium behind City Hall. In order to get into Perry Auditorium, you have to park in the Knowlton Street parking lot behind City Hall across the street from the Banal House and enter in through the door on that side for the polling location. The reason why we have to have one door in and one door out, even though Perry Auditorium also has the doors along the street, is you have to check in and check out of a polling location. So that's the door that'll be open, is the handicap accessible door via the Knowlton Street parking lot. That's also why we use the Knowlton Street parking lot door by the City Hall parking area, employee parking area, rather than the doors down below, is because it has to be fully ADA compliant. So that's why we utilize that door for people who are voting at Perry Auditorium in wards 3A and B. If you live in Ward 4A or 4B, your voting location is the community room at the Gardner Police Station located at 200 Main Street. And if you are a resident of South Gardner, you are in either Precinct Ward 5A or 5B. And that is the PACC, the Polish American Citizens Club, located at 171 Kendall Pond Road West. So that's, again, this coming Tuesday, November 5th for the state and federal election. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The doors will be locked at 8 p.m. per federal and state statutes. For more information on this upcoming election, how to vote, where to vote, or all that other stuff, you can contact the city clerk's office here at any time. I'm sure Susie, Jenny, Jay, or T will be happy to answer any of the questions that they have for you in terms of how to get out and vote for this election. MART had a very important announcement this past week. MART announced a new partnership with Woods Ambulance and their Swift Ride Woods Plus program to extend bus services in Gardner from where it right now ends at 6 p.m. all the way to midnight. So if you need an evening bus ride for a cost of $10, you can get anywhere in the city up until midnight. So now from the hours of, I believe, 6 a.m. until midnight, we'll have some type of public transportation available for residents here in Gardner. You can get to where you want to ride to go 7 days a week, from 9 a.m. to midnight. If I would have read the script, the next line, I would have seen that. So 9 a.m. to midnight, you can get a ride. It's Martin Woods Way to help make sure there's further public transportation needs for the people who need rides in Gardner. To try these expanded Woods Plus Swift Ride services, you need to call Woods Ambulance special ride service phone number at 978-400-9338. Again, that's 978-400-9388 to book your ride and get started with this safe and affordable ride service. It's going to be something that I think hopefully many people take advantage of. Mart is going to be announcing next week that they're offering a special shuttle service from Gardner to Westminster and Gardner to the Wachusett train station. That's something we've also been working with them on. Stay tuned for those services there too. And this past week, I also had the pleasure of joining Governor Healy out in Greenfield for a very special event where the governor announced for the next year that all public transportation rides on bus services across Massachusetts will continue to be fare free and free. So while there is a $10 charge for the Woods Ambulance Swift ride for after-hours services, when the buses stop running, if you're on an actual MART bus, it is going to be free for at least the next year. Thank you very much to our partners at the Healy-Driscoll administration at the state level for providing the funding for us to be able to do that. Just as a reminder, there's a special Thanksgiving Gardner Farmers Market in Perry Auditorium that will take place on Saturday, November 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to have everything from produce and microgreens and craft vendors, and we even have a turkey vendor who's coming. Jordan's Turkey Farm from out in Rutland is going to be coming. You can either pre-reserve your turkey and pick it up there or buy a turkey at the market itself. I'm hearing Jordan's Turkey Farm has some quite large turkeys this year. I heard 42 pounds was the biggest one that they have right now, but they've got everything in between there. Thank you very much to Randy Jordan from Jordan's Turkey Farm for coming out to Gardner for our farmers market, and to Erica Bossi and her team for putting on another successful market here in Gardner. I'm already calling it successful because we've already got a tremendous amount of feedback on all the markets that we've had and a bunch of people who are already talking about this market coming up. So make sure you mark that on your calendar. I actually got to give a shout out to Erica and her team with the Gardner Farmers Market. They've actually been invited by the state's Department of Agriculture to be this year's keynote presenter to the Massachusetts Food Security Council to talk about best practices on running a farmers market as one of the most successful farmers market in Massachusetts, as deemed by their review boards, and the groups that give out funding for farmers market have gone to all the different farmers market, and they cited Gardner's as one of the most successful. So they've invited Erica and her team to go present to the State Food Security Council to talk about, this is what you should be doing to run a farmers market. These are the resources you should pull together, and really setting that standard across the state. So thank you very much to Erica and her team for putting Gardner on the map in that regard. Gardner Square 2 is pleased to announce its 23rd round of the annual Memorial Lights Drive. The annual drive presents a wonderful opportunity to make a difference in the community around the Christmas and holiday season by honoring a family member or a friend, to remember your loved ones who are no longer with us, or to show your holiday Christmas spirit and community pride. Forms are available here at the mayor's office, at John's Sport Shop, or the Velvet Goose. They look like this. So you can pick up your form at either of those. It's a suggested $10 donation per Christmas light. And you can get those lights in memory of, in honor of, or just to help spread some Christmas cheer around the city. That helps cover the cost of all of the different Christmas lights in the different parks, Monument Park, Lafayette Square, at the new tree here at City Hall, and some other places around that Gardner Square 2, our Downtown Business Association, helps pay for those lights. It costs about $28,000 a year to light up the city during the Christmas season, from the Sunday after Thanksgiving up through the Sunday after New Year's Day. So thank you very much to everyone who's donated in the past, and looking forward to seeing this drive be as successful as it has been in the future. The Levi Haywood Memorial Library would like to invite you all to join them for their Dinosaur Tea Party on Saturday, November 9th at 11 a.m. Get ready for this dynamite time with snacks, crafts, and other stomping dino feet. Registration is required beforehand, so you can call the Levi Haywood Memorial Library staff at 978-632-5298 to secure your spot. I'm sure we can't wait to see you there. Thank you very much to Stephanie Young and her team for the great work that they do over at Levi Haywood Memorial Library. I'm sure it's going to be a roaring time over there for this dinosaur tea. On November 13th, the ever-popular Festival of Trees is going to be back at the Gardner Museum. This will be the 19th year that this event has been in existence here in Gardner, and there is no pre-registration needed. It's all a walk-in event. The event is open to the public from November 13th through December 7th on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4, Fridays from 1 to 7, and Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the tickets are cash only at the door. And then lastly, excuse me, I forgot one last thing. Annunciation Parish over at the Holy Rosary Church campus located on Nickel Street is doing a special mass service on this coming Saturday, November 2nd at 9 a.m. for everyone in the city who has passed away this past year as they celebrate All Souls Day or the Day of the Dead, whatever culture you come from, it's got a different name to it. But they're doing a special remembrance mass service at this Saturday at 9 a.m. on November 2nd. So anyone who's interested in going to that is welcome to. And thank you very much to Father Victor Sierra for inviting the community to attend that event. That concludes this week's update portion of the mayor's update. Like I said, if you're watching this on TV, there's going to be two other approximately 10 minutes each ceremonies that are going to be following this here. If you're watching this on YouTube, I highly suggest you go watch those because there's a lot of information that's going out there. These are going to be huge differences for us here in Gardner, and I can't wait to see the benefits both of these projects are going to bring to the table. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions at all on anything that happens in between now and next week or anything that was said in this update, always feel free to give my office a call at any time. Thank you very much and happy Halloween.